everyone. Welcome to Sit Still and Listen.
Hi.
You are joining me, Beth Cornell, and my co-host.
Sarah Cornell. Hello.
And this week, if you couldn't guess, Sarah's in the Beast West Wing Library.
Mentally, I'm always here.
And I'm coming from, it looks like Main Street's parade or some sort of gathering
magic
of my favorite little critters, and Mickey and Minnie, which are also critters. Yeah. And welcome to Sit Still and Listen. Today, we're doing a reveal box, and it is a Walt Life box.
Wow, I'm actually surprised that showed up.
Well, I will be giving this, I'll be describing it and showing it a little bit, but Sarah will probably cut in a few pictures.
Yeah, because the box is green, and we're using
green screens, so yeah. So the first thing I noticed about this box is it kind of resembles Animal Kingdom a bit. It's so green.
I was going to say, very foresty, very...
And on the front, it kind of has some animals.
Yeah, very Animal Kingdom resort or Grand Californian kind of vibe there.
Yeah, it definitely has a vibe. It's not, Walt Life is associated with Disney only in that they theme boxes. They aren't Disney.
They do a damn good job.
The things inside the box are Disney, and they're licensed, but the box itself is just, when you open it, it says, "Let your dreams begin."
Hooray!
So, really excited because,
she peaked, everybody.
Only
She peaked.
peaked. Only peaked. I didn't really take in what all.
Because it defeats the purpose of an unboxing.
Well, let's do the first thing I saw. How about that?
Sure.
Okay. It was this super cute mini luggage tag.
Aww.
Super cute. Okay. And you can write your name on the back of it, and it goes right on your luggage. And these were popular when we were there last year.
Yeah, they were everywhere.
In fact, I had won a contest and received one.
You did.
But I didn't receive it until I got home from my trip. So I was looking forward to using it. Still haven't had that trip yet. The second item that caught my eye in this box, by the way, this is a box that cost around $35. I believe the shipping's included. It is your regular Magic box. It's not the Magic Plus box. It's just the regular old Magic box. They do have, I believe, 2 other upgrades from here. And this box has a fair amount of stuff in it that's worth a good bit. This is something, it's a 2020 little mini glass or shot glass, however you want to use it.
That's a hell of a shot glass.
It is. It's very skinny, though.
Oh, okay.
It literally is about a shot.
Mm.
Maybe a shot and a half. Anyway, it's got Mickey and it says 2020, and I know.
What a perfect, yeah.
This is staying with me. I might give Sarah this though because I already have one. So if you'd like that.
Yeah, I don't think I have one. I think we were gonna buy the Stitch one that they have.
Oh yeah, maybe you bought it. I don't.
No, we didn't. I'm looking. I literally have right over there. I'm actually looking at my Belle suitcase. It's not hanging on it.
So then I got this set of earrings as well. Lilo and Stitch. And there are 5 pairs in here.
Yeah, holding it up to the green screen is just a nightmare there.
Sorry.
That's okay.
So Sarah will take a snapshot of this. It's really cute. We've got a frog, a Hawaiian flower.
It's not a frog. It's her little it's got a green face with button eyes. Yeah.
Looks like a frog to me.
It's her little doll. It's her little doll.
Okay.
Yeah.
So. It's got Stitch's head. And then 2 earrings that could just be everyday earrings that aren't really Disney themed anyway. So that's really nice, and I'll probably be giving those away because Sarah and I don't have the ears for it.
Yeah, I kind of, my hole's a little too big.
and I don't wear jewelry, so allergic.
I would absolutely go get regular sized earring, like ear holes again, like above my gauges, but every piercing place is closed, so.
Okay, so the next item in this box is some Jelly Bellies, and they're themed Little Mermaid Enchanted Fix.
Look at magic in there.
Yeah, right? And this is something I'm looking forward to using. It's actually, I think, it's a shopping bag. It comes in a little tiny bag, and it's got Tinkerbell on it.
Huh. We could use that when we were in Japan.
Yeah, I think I had brought my little shopping bag, didn't I?
No, we had to buy one. We had the little strawberry one that you bought.
Yeah, this actually has a little clip that you can attach it to like a backpack or your belt.
So handy.
This is something that I will use. Yeah. And it's pretty big actually. And it probably folds down again. I'm not going to bother folding it down again, but I will open it.
And destroy my eardrums.
Huh?
And destroy my eardrums.
Yeah.
Just open it away from your mic.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's simple. There you go.
It's big.
Wow. It's cute.
It's super sparkly, and the sparkles are all kind of everywhere, but I like it. So that's a bag that came with it. And then the final thing, I think it's the final thing anyway. Yeah, it is. And I'm going to give this to Sarah all to, is my favorite. And it is a Mickey hat.
Oh. Yeah, that is definitely a you thing there.
It is. It's very soft. It's super soft, and it's embroidered, and it's adult size. So when you order the Walt Life box, they ask you some questions, and there are boxes you can customize that are a little more expensive. You can get specific things that you actually saw that you want to buy. Or you can just do an age range and male, female. So if you had a little girl or a little boy you wanted to buy one for.
Yeah. They also have ones where it's non-gender specific and you can just mash it all together.
That's what I chose because I thought it would be good to have a mix.
Yeah.
And this specific box was for an adult and non-gendered. So that's what we got. We ended up with some earrings, a shot glass, a hat, a shopping bag, and some Jelly Bellies, and a luggage tag. And that was $30. When you add that all up, pretty much.
Yeah,
that's what
I think you're probably getting a little bit more than that because I know those luggage tags are like $15.
Yeah, and the hat's probably $20.
Yeah.
The shot glass is probably about $9 or $10.
So you are.
So, and there's no shipping. So if you want a little blast of the magic, get back there.
Definitely a good way to do it.
Sit
still and listen approved.
Right. And Sit Still and Listen will have a referral link in the comments on this here video.
Yeah. The first one that we got had so much. That had so much in there. There was
Magic Plus.
Oh, was that the Magic Plus? Yeah. I highly recommend the Magic Plus then because...
Yeah, if you want to go back and see that box, you'll see it had...
It'll be linked in the iCards, or is it over by you? I think it's over by me on this side. So up in the iCards, I'll put it up there. You can go watch the other one where... and it's more geared toward me, which is weird. And like this box was definitely more geared toward her.
Isn't that strange? I thought it was strange too.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Helpful though.
Yeah, super helpful.
Now that we've unboxed the Walt Life box, we're going to kind of talk about Marvel and Disney and Star Wars and just kind of mishmash it all together. So that's the discussion that follows. Thanks, guys.
We're going to be discussing Marvel and the Marvel Universe. And it's something that our family has been really super into for pretty much the entire time we've been a family.
Yeah. I remember growing up, me and my dad would play with little action figures of Iron Man and War Machine, and I was always War Machine. So,
yeah. And my husband, Sarah's dad, has been collecting since he was a kid. And I don't know how young he was when he started, but when he left home, he didn't take his collection. And somewhere along the way, it became lost. So maybe 5 years before we had Sarah, he started to recollect. And it's just grown and grown into this monstrous
I was essentially his excuse to buy more Iron Man toys.
And toys, yeah. Comic books, toys, art, shirts and merchandise like that. You name it, he collects it.
And he imbued that collector's nonsense down into me as a person. So I too.
And we could say it borders on hoarding.
Don't be silly. Don't be silly. There's no such thing as that. Especially when you're not holding on to wrappers from, Disneyland, because it's a limited edition.
You need that wrapper. I'm going to do art with that trash that I collect every trip.
Trash panda.
I only have like 3 bags of it. I could have a lot more of it.
3 bags is a lot. I gotta say, I only have 1 bag of garbage from Tokyo, and that's saying something because we were there for a month.
Well, I will say that, did I not make you a beautiful art piece?
You did. You did.
Maybe you can include a snapshot of that, just to prove that, my trash does translate into an art piece eventually.
Yeah, it's really beautiful, actually. And I will also include right above that the Baymax drawing that I got that I got commissioned from one of the artists down at Disneyland. So yeah. I feel like this is kind of going to be like a mix between like Marvel and Disney, because they're
they are kind of along the same lines because they merged. Yeah. Well, before, when they were separated and Marvel Studios wasn't part of Disney's conglomeration, things were not coming out in the force that they come out now.
Yeah, it wasn't as...
When a movie comes out now, there is just a ton of things that go along with it.
Yeah, there's
it never stops. It just
media hype, there's like new statues, there's new merchandise, there's, you name it, it's there.
Comic book offshoots of different stories, and
well, those existed before all of the canon nonsense. So I mean, it's more along the lines of like people are more aware of it, so they're like, did you guys know this? It's like, yeah, it's been there forever.
Yeah, like the storyline where Captain America is a Nazi. He's Hydra.
Yeah, he's actually legitimately Hydra. And everybody got really mad because of course they did.
I kind of like when they do those flips. I kind of like that, and I like that they incorporated that into the Endgame movie.
Yeah. We should probably say spoilers. Spoilers.
This is going to contain spoilers. Well, you can't hardly not spoil something that was 10 years in the making. The comic books and everything had already been out for way more than 10 years, I would say. About 30 or 40.
Yeah.
I think they started to come out in the 60s.
Probably before that.
You think?
Probably.
Yeah, I'll have to ask Tim about that. But, when we were growing up, there were a couple of cartoons for Marvel, but nothing like what's now. Nothing.
The only Marvel cartoon that I remember watching as a kid was this really... it's on Disney Plus, actually. It's the X-Men from like the late 70s or early 80s or something, with that fucking awesome opening. That yeah, that it's got Jubilee in it. I don't know.
And that awful Iron Man.
Yeah, and he had like a wall plug in his chest.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That was from the 70s. That stuff was from the 70s. But that's kind of like, I think, where Tim's collection started. I really wasn't into it back then. I was way more into like Star Trek and Star Wars and anything space, really.
Yeah.
So, just the fact that it's all in one place now, it's so exciting to go to the parks, and, you can go to Star Wars Land. You can call it what you want. Yeah. I call it Star Wars Land. It's Black Spire Outpost.
Yes. Yep. Black Spire Outpost, or Galaxy's Edge, which is.
Oh yeah, they call it that too. It's got a lot of names.
Yeah. It could literally be its own park, honestly. Like, you can spend so much time in that section of the park.
And we haven't even seen it all yet. Because it all wasn't open the last time we went. No.
And the other thing, too, is I have a feeling when over in California Adventure in California, when they open up Avengers Campus, I have a feeling that's going to be the same way as Galaxy's Edge, where it's just like you can just sit in one spot for all day and you still won't be able to see everything.
Especially because they put Ant-Man's microbrewery in there, and that's going to be a spot that people like to park at.
So good. I'm so excited.
So there's going to be a dark ride. I think it's a Spider-Man ride as well.
Yep.
In that area. And it's a pretty large area that used to have...
it's a Bug's Life.
A Bug's Life, yeah. Yep. So it was kind of a kiddie park, and it really isn't now. Really is not a kiddie park anymore.
The only part of the park that has like kiddie rides for California Adventure is Cars Land, and then
the boardwalk.
The boardwalk, yeah. Mm-hmm. So
and kind of back around with the swings and goofies.
Yeah, I would consider that part of the boardwalk, honestly. I know it's not, but
yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah.
And Ariel, and those are kiddie, small, tiny kid rides.
Yeah, and that's what was kind of over where It's a Bug's Life is. But not anymore.
They built the Avengers for the adults. And it's obvious because it's a brewery. That's first tip off. The other thing is you have to be like 48 inches tall to get on most of the rides because they're pretty wicked.
They are wicked. And they're very fun though.
I'm thinking I was on the Tower of Terror. Wrong. This thing here,
it doesn't care.
It was like a yo-yo, and I did not cinch myself all the way in, thinking, it's going to go up and down a couple times, and no, I was flying out of the seat and slamming back into the seat.
What she's talking about, by the way, is over in California Adventures, it is no longer Tower of Terror. It is Guardians of the Galaxy Breakout. And if you have not ridden it, obviously, like, go watch.
Spoiler alert.
Yes, spoiler alert. Go watch a video of it. Well, if you don't properly put your seatbelt on, of course it's going to hurt. But the thing with it is you are trying to help the Guardians escape the Collector's Collection. They got caught somehow. It's very all well explained. But the thing of it is they play music really loud from the original soundtrack as you get shot literally from the start all the way to the top, all the way to the bottom, and then it's just all a free-for-all of like what the drop pattern is going to be because it's different every time you ride it. And the other thing that's different every time you ride it is they've put in these big like screens that tell like the story of them like getting out, and you helping them and stuff. And it just is kind of crazy. You free fall a lot. There's a lot of that, like you go weightless while you're in there.
It seems like there's a lot more weightlessness, and then also the catching and going back up high and then dropping.
It's very, very fun. It's very fun. It's probably one of my favorite rides.
It has the soundtrack from the movie, so if you really like that.
The original one, not the second one, the original Guardians of the Galaxy. So it's got like hit me with your best shot.
Right. It's pretty good. I like the music. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I enjoyed the ride, except it hurt me, and
Yeah, and she's like, I refuse to believe that this is my problem, and the ride is the one who hurt me, and not the fact that I didn't put my seatbelt on properly. So I'm going to blame the ride.
I wasn't
instead.
so willing to try it again because, it was like, my back. I wanted to be able to walk.
I think she should try it again. I think she should try it again.
Yeah, I probably will. I'll forget about it. I'll forget that I was almost paralyzed by it.
I'll triple remind you. I will triple remind you to really cinch that down there.
Well, so some of the Easter eggs that are in the collector's collection
are
cool to see. And we won't spoil too much of that because, you got to go there. You just got to go there and see it.
Kind of hard right now, but...
Right. It's not open right now.
Yeah.
But they don't have anything like that at Walt Disney World. I do believe there's some pretty interesting Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. type Iron Man things in Paris.
Yep, they have an entire ride in Hong Kong in Universal Studios.
Yeah.
It's a roller coaster. The other thing, too, about Disney and like what they're building for Marvel in their parks, Florida is going to have a new roller coaster called Guardians of the Galaxy Rewind, and it's the first coaster ever to have a backwards 0 to 60 launch. And
oh my god.
Yeah. And on top of that, I think the carts rotate, like they spin.
Oh.
So yeah, and I also it's a dark coaster, so you're in the dark.
Bonus.
Yeah. So you're in the dark, and I don't know. It wasn't until we went over to Florida and we rode Expedition Everest was the first roller coaster that I've ever ridden that went backward. And I gotta say, I like going backward. It was very fun.
It was cool.
So I'm wondering. It's very surprising.
Good one, though. Yeah.
And
wasn't so great for my brother, but it was really good for me. Some people might not like to go backwards.
Yeah, but I mean that's how it starts. So like kind of like how Rock and Roller Coaster starts when you pull up and you go that 0 to 60 straight in that loop to loop. It's like that but backward. I don't know if it has a loop to loop at its back there, but that would be cool. That would be so
really different.
Cool. Yeah, so I don't know. There's a bunch of pictures of like his all of the carts look like his spaceship, Starlight spaceship. So I'm like, yeah, it's cool. And the pictures that are coming out of California Adventure of like the Quinjet and stuff that they just built over there is so cool. I'm just so excited. What's your favorite Marvel movie?
I don't think it's come out yet, but I think it's going to be Black Widow. I'm just saying. Yeah. Eek. It's about time.
For what?
Black Widow. They should have gave her a backstory. I mean, she's been in this movie all this time.
She has one.
Yeah, but it's not well developed, and they don't really talk about, her relationship with Hawkeye and the whole Russian thing. It's over like, she needs a movie.
You know who needs a movie more than Black Widow does? Valkyrie.
Well, that'll be in
Tell me I'm wrong. Just
Love and Thunder has to happen first.
I don't think it has to. Valkyrie's movie could come out before Love and Thunder, and she's probably going to be in Love and Thunder anyway, so we get a more in-depth look at her character while she's also in Love and Thunder. Like, I mean, I'm feeling a missed opportunity there. Also, I want to look at Pepper Potts in the universe where she's Rescue. That's another one that I'd really like to see. I would also like to have Scarlet Witch have her own movie. That would be awesome. Because I
think she's gonna have her own TV show.
Yeah, but it's with Jude Law and it's called like the Wanda Show or whatever. Yeah.
WandaVision.
WandaVision, that's it. And the other thing is because her story intertwines with Doctor Strange's story.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to see that because like she's magic. So
and we also need more Captain Marvel.
Yes. Oh my God. More Captain Marvel, please.
And I heard that Brie Larson signed on for at least do more,
Mhm.
and that she's also maybe producing or directing or something.
Yeah.
Like she's got a bigger chunk of it than
Yeah.
any of these past movies, these past guys. They've kind of given her the reins on that, and I think for a young woman in this industry, that's unheard of.
And important.
More power to her.
Yeah.
And yes, and we need to see what that side of the story is going to be like.
Yeah.
I mean, by far she's already the most powerful superhero.
Yeah.
Nobody else can fly around in space on fire. Come on.
And also single-handedly take on Thanos while also holding the fucking Infinity Gauntlet. So
yeah, we didn't really need to have that whole last movie.
I
we
mean,
just needed her to come.
That's essentially what she did.
Kinda, yeah.
Exactly what she did. It just took her a little bit because space is big.
Yeah. And she had to stop for a haircut and all that, I can relate. I'm about ready to get that same haircut she had in that movie.
I almost have it. It's not as short as hers on the top.
I don't know, favorite existing movie that has been made. I kind of like Ragnarok a whole lot.
It's very good.
Because of the humor. And I also, the Doctor Strange movies, or movie, I should say. Anything Doctor Strange is in, I like. Because I like he's kind of like, he's, interdimensional. And
it's based off of real world science, more or less.
Yeah.
Quantum theory and all that.
Yeah. Yeah. So I get into that a bit. Not super into Iron Man and all the other superheroes. Thor.
Don't look, guys. Just don't look. It's gonna be okay.
I like Hulk, the Hulk, and
yeah,
I think Ragnarok was one of the best ones that the Hulk was in.
It's like the only one that he was in. I mean, like he's had his own like movies, but I don't think they made a Hulk movie with the new guy. I forget his name. Oh my god. I feel so bad. Mark Ruffalo, that's it. Yeah. I don't think they made a Hulk movie with Mark Ruffalo.
I don't think so either, because they were so pathetically bad.
And by that point, everybody knew the story because there were like 6 other Hulk movies before that. It's kind of like
I think the Hulk is going to have a movie though, because they've evolved him to where he's like always the Hulk, but he's not like always mad.
Well, I was really hoping that they were going to do King Hulk, where he's like a king of a planet, especially when they did the whole thing with Ragnarok. I was like, oh shit. But it looks like they're going more towards Professor Hulk, which I'm cool with.
Yeah, I kind of think there might be a movie eventually for Professor Hulk.
Yeah. I think obviously probably my favorite Marvel film has got to be the first Iron Man. That's so good. It's just so good. Like, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, that's where it all started, and you can really feel the hype right at the end of that movie for basically the rest of the next 10 years. And and I
to roll the rest of it out.
And I think that feeling in that first movie is really, really captured in that first film.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be my favorite one. Out of the ones that have come out recently, Black Panther, Ragnarok, the original Thor. I really like the original Thor. I'm a really big Chris Hemsworth fan, so I think it's the original Thor with that terrible wig that he's got, and like the big red cape, like the very iconic Thor look. Yeah.
That's why I can't wait to see Love and Thunder, because it's gonna be the true Thor. Like, he went through his arc.
Yeah, well, he's not gonna be Thor anymore. That's
what I mean.
Yeah,
he's not going to be Thor anymore. Yeah.
He's passing the torch of Mjolnir down to Jane Foster, and she's going to be Thor, and it's going to be amazing.
Yeah,
I'm so happy they got Natalie Portman to go back and play Jane, because
I'm shocked that she did.
I know, me too, because very much like the Star Wars films, that she was in.
Well, I think she's actually going to be in some of the Obi-Wan Kenobi shows too.
Yeah,
because they signed Christian Aidenson or whatever
they did.
his name is. The original.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think she's going to be in some flashback type things with him.
Yeah, probably.
And with Obi-Wan. Because her and Obi-Wan really had the storyline that followed and led into A New Hope, the first Star Wars movie.
I love how we can talk about Star Wars and Marvel at the same time because they're both Disney.
I'm looking forward to next month, September, because we have Mulan come out pay-per-view kind of thing.
$30 for it.
Yeah, and of course Black Widow's coming out later in the fall, pay-per-view. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get movie theaters open this year. I don't want to be a downer. I like to go at the holiday time and see all those shows too, but I'm not even sure what's happening right now. Yeah. To tell you the truth.
I don't want to pay $30 to go to have Mulan shown in my own home. I'm going to be real.
Well,
and that's coming from me. That's coming from someone who loves Mulan. Like,
yeah,
she's, one of my favorite Disney characters. But
I'm paying it, so you can come watch it with me.
Okay, I'll come watch it with you. Yeah. Bring Tyler too, because
I don't know if you can watch it like a whole bunch. Is it like on there for a month?
If it's $30 pay per view, then you have to pay $30 every time you want to watch it.
Oh, yeah. See, I don't know if it's pay per view or if it's just pay it once and then it's on there until they take it off.
Yeah, that might.
Disney Plus, they take shows on and off, kind of like Netflix.
Yeah,
and there are going to be several shows popping up on Netflix too. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season 7.
Wow.
Final season. Yeah, it just finished, so it'll be coming up on Netflix. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, you guys love that show.
Yeah, watched every season of that. Didn't get to see that final season though, because for some reason we don't have the ability to see ABC right now.
It's so weird.
I know. Well, we cut the cable.
Yeah.
Cut the cable, and we're doing some streaming stuff, and none of our streaming stuff is that.
What are some underrated Marvel films, do you think? Ones that don't get enough recognition.
I like Ant-Man, and I think it's underrated. And just the fact that he's getting his own brewery, kind of proves my point that he's bigger than an ant.
Well, yeah, he can also get really big.
He can be gigantic man too.
Gigantic man.
I hope at that brewery they sell little Pym glasses, little
Yeah. Like Pym Laboratory branded glasses. They're gonna.
Exactly. I want some of those.
We need more Stark Industry merch too.
They'll have that there for sure. Because it's gonna be kind of like a campus of
a bunch of other.
And of course, I could always watch more Spider-Man movies.
I'm done.
I'm
so through. I'm so sorry.
I don't know, because things got really cloudy there at the end of the last one.
I guess. Yeah.
With the whole them selling the franchise off or getting the franchise taken away from them, and then the questioning of who was going to play Spider-Man, and of course Tom Holland's always going to be Spider-Man, so
just like Tobey Maguire and just like that other guy. I just
No, this is different, Sarah. This time it's different.
Boy, I hope so, because I don't know if I can watch another thing of
Peter Parker, and he's
I don't want to watch Ben die again. I don't.
No, this is a different story. This is a whole different story. Yeah.
So I was there through the Tobey Maguire series, so I've seen all of those movies. The other Spider-Man, where instead of Mary Jane, it's Gwen. I've seen all of those. And then I watched all of the Tom Holland Spider-Mans, and then Into the Spider-Verse came out. And at that point, I was like, if I have to watch another Spider-Man movie, I think I'm going to have to tear out my eyes. Not to say that I don't like Spider-Man. I think that what they've done with him in the movies is fantastic. I think that, the whole fleshing out of those stories is great. And I know for a fact that Into the Spider-Verse is absolutely fantastic because no one will shut the hell up about it. So
I think that there's going to be some spin-off stuff from that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because of course there is. There's a multiverse of different Spider-Mans. Yeah, no, they're going to actually expand on that. But the thing is I was in college when that movie came out, and I'm an animation major, and we dissected every single frame-by-frame shot of the trailers for an entire semester. That's all we did. And I gotta say, I don't want to see it anymore. It's burned.
Well, that's why.
It's burned into my head.
A normal person wants to see more.
Yeah, a normal person would want to see more. My brain is fizzled out and yeah.
So let's kind of wrap this discussion.
Sure.
If you could have your ultimate fantasy movie made of Marvel, describe it in just a few sentences. And then I'll describe mine.
I really want a Valkyrie movie. I really want to see that scene in Ragnarok with that slow motion with the strobe lights and stuff where they're all lit up on Pegasuses and stuff and they're fighting. I want to see what led up to that. I want the storyline from that, and I want that to be the Valkyrie movie. I want to see how she ended up on that planet becoming who she was when we first met her in Ragnarok. That's the movie I want. Either that, or I want Tony Stark to come back from the dead, and I want Rhodey to get into the War Machine, and I want a movie where they just fly around and shoot stuff.
Yeah. I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah. The Valkyrie movie is way more...
Yeah, more plausible.
Way more plausible.
Yeah. Well, I want them to do a Captain Marvel movie with it.
They're going to.
They're going to, but my idea about it would be to less incorporate her into the Marvel world that we know, and maybe hook her up with other space people like Guardians of the Galaxy, or even other ones we don't know yet, and into where she has a collaborative effect, instead of where she's the biggest, baddest thing there, where she's with other bigger, badder things. So, okay, and then the second part of my conclusion is, where are you at in your work right now? And then I'll say where I'm at in my work right now. Or maybe I should go first so you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, let's do that, because I know what I'm talking about. What?
So I have finished up creating some new web properties that I'm selling, and they're domains, and they're for safer sanitation products. I am not selling these products. I'm selling the domains to market these products, and that's what I'm working on. That's my project.
Okay.
I have a couple other ideas for projects, but I'm open to projects. If somebody has a project, shoot it my way. Maybe I'll take you up on it.
So the projects that I'm working on currently is I'm trying to live stream every Friday for the month of October, and it's going to be called Friday Frights.
Nice.
I want to just play. I bought my very first Doom game, Doom Eternal, which is the most recent one that came out. I've never played Doom before, but I've watched other people play Doom, and I've read the comics, so I feel like I'm pretty decently equipped to play it, maybe. I don't really know. But I do want to live stream every Friday. Friday Frights, we play Doom and stuff like that. And then for Halloween, I'll be doing something very special that Saturday. I'm not going to say what it is. But
Okay.
Yeah, so you have to go check it out. Link in the description.
So our Halloween themed podcast for Sit Still and Listen will be published October 30th.
So we'll be a day ahead of time. Yeah, because we do it on Fridays. So it'll be a day ahead. It'll be All Hallows Eve.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us in our mishmash of Disney, Walt's Life, Marvel, and various other topics that got thrown in there that Sarah's going to marinate and make into her delicious meatloaf of Sit Still and Listen.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it. So thank you for joining us, and I love you, Sarah.
I love you too, Mama.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.